Hello my fellow craft lovers, my name is Raina and this is my first crafting video. I work for the Western Sullivan Public Library and once a month I host a crafting group. So this is so we can enjoy crafting from home. Today we are going to be doing yarn birds. So this is the final product. So you're going to want to start by getting all of your supplies together. You're going to want 3 different colors of yarn. You're going to want a darker color, so I chose black, a lighter color, I have brown, and then a mixed color, just more of like a rainbow. Then you're going to want to have some cardboard, or a lighter cardboard, loose leaf paper, something to write with, something to measure with, scissors, needle and thread, want some beads, and something to make the beak out of. I'm using a orange felt. All right, so let's get started. First thing you're going to want to do, you're going to want to cut the cardboard into 3 pieces. The first piece is going to be 12 centimeters long and 5 centimeters wide. The other 2 pieces are both going to be 9 centimeters long and 5 centimeters wide. Once you are done with that, you are going to wrap the yarn around these pieces of cardboard. You're going to use the dark colored yarn, so mine is black. You're going to wrap that around the 12 centimeter piece. You're going to want the thickness to be about 1 centimeter on both sides. And then your other 2 colors, the lighter and the mixed color, are going to go on the 9 centimeter pieces. And the same thing, they're going to be 1 centimeter wide on both sides. And then once you are done with that, you're going to go ahead and cut on any side. You're going to do that for all of the yarn. If you find that you have some pieces that are smaller than the rest, you can go ahead and discard those. And any longer pieces we'll trim down later. It's like this one's too small, so we'll just throw those out. Okay, so the mixed colored yarn, you're going to want to take another piece of mixed colored yarn and tie a knot, tying the bundle together. You're going to want to tie the knot right directly in the middle of it. Tie it tightly together. Now we can put that aside. Now you are going to lay your dark colored yarn horizontally flat in front of you. Then you're going to take your lighter colored yarn and you're going to place it directly over top of it, right in the middle. This is going to be going vertically. Now, you're going to fold the darker colored yarn in half. You're going to try and make sure that it's completely level with the other side. When you do that, you're going to grab another piece of black yarn, dark yarn, to tie that off. So you're going to tie it together tightly so that it's wrapped around the lighter yarn. All right, so then when you're done with that, you're going to do the same thing with the lighter yarn. You're going to bring it together. Try and make sure that it's as level as possible. You're going to bring it together and then you're going to tie that off as well. Let's see. So you're going to get another piece of the lighter yarn and you're going to tie that together. When you're done with that, if you have any long pieces, you can just go ahead and cut those. And now you want to try and see that all the pieces are kind of the same length. All right, now what you're going to do is you're going to lay these two bundles down. You're going to have the black or the darker colored yarn showing on top. Now you're going to take your mixed color and you're going to lay it underneath those two bundles of yarn with the knot in the middle. You're going to lay it on top like that. Now from here, we're going to grab our loose leaf paper and we are going to cut it. We're going to cut it into 8.5 inches long, 5 inches wide, or 5.5 inches wide, sorry. Once we do that, once that is all cut out, we're going to crumple it up into a tight, tight ball, as tight as you can get it. Okay, then from here, I'm going to grab all these bundles that we have here. We're going to place it right in the middle of the mixed yarn. And then we are going to wrap all of the yarn around that. So it'll come out looking like this. And that's really the body of our bird. Now we're going to take another piece of yarn. I'm going to pick the darker colored yarn. And we are going to tie off this whole piece right there. You're going to want to tie it tightly and try to make sure you get all of the yarn in there. I had an issue with that before because the lighter color yarn seems to be a little bit shorter. So this is probably the hardest part, is trying to get all of that yarn in there. Just try. So the final product of that should be this. Now what we are going to do is we are going to attach the eyes. Actually, before we attach the eyes, we're going to create the tail. So we're going to trim off all of this extra yarn and try and make it even as much as possible. So there. Now we are going to take our needle and thread and we're going to grab our beads. So I'm using black beads. I'm sure any color would be fine. I'm going to use black beads and I'm going to first run my needle through once, and you want it to try to be as symmetrical as possible. And I'm doing it so it's right underneath the darker colored yarn and it's right above the lighter colored yarn. Oops. So you want to try and double to triple knot your thread. I forgot that I needed to do that, and it just went right through the yarn that I had. So, in fact, I'm going to do an extra one. All right. So, So I just, I put the needle through the first eye bead, and I'm just going to bring my needle through to come out the other side. Right. All right, so there's my first eye. Now I'm going to do the same thing and grab another black bead. And go back through. And then once you're done with that, you can tie it off. Okay, so once you're done tying off your thread, you can go ahead and cut the thread off and any extra. So there I have 2 beads. And then before throwing out that leftover thread, we're going to knot it again and get ready to put the beak on. Remember to do the triple knot. Okay. So I'm using the orange felt. I've already pre-cut a little triangle out. I think this one might be too big, so I'll probably have to cut it down a little bit. What I would recommend is to fold the felt first and see where you want it placed and see how you like it. You're going to want to put the beak right in the center there. That's where it's going to look the best. Actually, I kind of like that size, so I'm going to stick with that. All right. Once you are done tying off the beak, you can cut the thread off, and got a little bit left there. All right. And then you're all done. If you would like, you can make legs or feet for your bird, or you can always find a string if you'd like to hang them up. I saw some tutorials did have ways that you can make legs for your bird. I do not have those resources here at home, but other than that, we're all finished. Thank you guys for watching.